Hello everyone, this is Miss Jacqueline. I hope you're all doing well. Now for today's lesson, we will start with Riggs. And as the first lesson, we will be doing list 6, marking with rules. So we already finished list 5 and now it's the time for list 6. So what I want from my dear students is to prepare their Riggs handouts and write down with me just like the way I taught you before during school. So you're gonna write your words in pencil, okay? And then when we mark and underline, you will do it in a red pen. Okay, now what I want from my dear students first is to write down these words on your Riggs handout. I'm gonna start by reading the word first, marking it and underlining it. Then I'm gonna explain the rule and what is there exactly in every single word out there. Now, we have the first word, which is few. Here we have the phonogram EW. Now, how many sounds for EW? 2. Oo, you, like grew, few. So this is going to be the second sound of EW. We're going to underline it first and then put 2 above it. Dark. Here we have the phonogram AR. And how many sounds for AR? Only one, which is R, like dark. Toe, finger. Here we have the phonogram OE. Now, how many sounds for OE? Only one, which is long O, okay, like toe. Finger. What kind of phonogram do we have here? ER, okay? And how many sounds for ER? Only one, which is And this is one of the members of the family of Keep that in mind, okay? We have 5 members and this is one of them. Here, the N is silent, so we're gonna double underline it. Whenever you have a letter that you can't pronounce it, it's gonna be silent. You have to double underline it. This is rule 3. Okay, so what is rule 3? Whenever you have E, I, or Y before the letter G, it's gonna pronounce J. But if you don't, it's gonna pronounce G. So this letter right here, G, it has 2 sounds, J and G. It's going to pronounce J when you have E, I, or Y before it. But if you don't, like this one, it's going to pronounce G, like finger, finger. All right, now we have game. Here, this is silent final E, job number 1. Let the vowel say its name. Game. The vowel A is becoming long and it's saying its name. And job number 1 is let the vowel say its name, like I mentioned. This will be rule 20. And rule 20 says whenever you have silent final E with any of the 5 jobs. So whenever you see silent final E with job 1, 2, 3, or 4, or even 5, it's going to be rule 20. Now, boat, goat. In both of these words, you have the phonogram OA. Now, how many sounds for OA? Only one, which is O, like boat. So you're only going to underline the phonogram. Below, above. Here we have the vowel E. It can be long and it can be short. Okay, so whenever the vowel is long, you're going to underline it. But whenever the vowel is short, you're going to put a hat on it, okay? I'm going to repeat this one more time. Whenever the vowel is long, you're going to underline it. But whenever it's short, you're going to put a hat above it, or we can say on it. I already explained this to you guys during school, okay? So here, this vowel, it can be long and it can be short. That's why we underlined and we put a hat. Here we have the phonogram OW. OW has two sounds. Ow, O, like cow, and low. So this will be the second sound, of course. We're going to underline first, and then we will put two above it. Above. Here we have the vowel A and O, and they're both short, okay? Above, above. You see, they're both short, so I'm going to put hat above them. Now, this will be silent final E, job number 2. English words do not end with V or U. English words do not end with V or U. Okay? And this will be rule 20 because we have silent final E, job number 2. And rule 41 because we have a single consonant between two vowels. You see right here? Rule 41 says when you have a single consonant, here we have B, between two vowels A and O. So we're going to divide the word into half. We're going to say above. You see here? Above. Even here, below. Because we have a single consonant between two vowels, so we're going to divide the word in half. Okay? That is rule 41. A single consonant between two vowels. And you're going to divide the whole word into half. Okay, now here we have rest, help, and held. There isn't any marking for those three words, okay? So you're just going to leave it like that. Here we have sun, sun. You got to put these two words together in one bracket just like the way I did. These two words have the same pronunciation but definitely different meaning and spelling. Because this one means like your son, like when a father has a son. But this one means the sun in our solar system. So here we have the vowel O and it's going to be pronounced shortly. So you got to put a hat over it. Color. And again, you have the vowel O and it's going to be pronounced shortly. So you got to put a hat above it. And here you have the phonogram O-R. And it only has one sound, which is or. But here, the vowel O, it will be pronounced shortly again. Okay? So you're not going to say color. You're going to say color. Color. Because O is pronounced shortly. You got to put a hat over it. And you're going to underline the full phonogram. O-R. Sharp. Here we have two phonograms in this word. SH and AR. SH has one sound, which is sh, and AR has only one sound as well, which is R. Sharp. Rule, ruler. Here, this is the third sound of the vowel U, and it has four sounds out there. And this one will be silent final E, job number 5. No job. So whenever you have silent final E, but it's not job number 1, 2, 3, or 4, it will be job number 5 when you don't have any jobs out there. Okay? Any of the 4 jobs. So it's going to be at the end, job number 5. Here we have ruler. Again, U, the vowel U, is the third sound of the vowel U. And we have the phonogram ER. How many sounds, like I said, for ER? Only one, which is Now, this will be Rule 39. Rule 39 says when a word has an affix, it is divided between the root and the affix. So, here I have the affix. You all know what an affix means. When you add something to the word, like ER, EST, for example, ED. So here I added ER, right? So this makes an affix, and I add it to the word. When I add an affix to the word, it's going to divide. it's going to divide between the root and the affix. The root means this one, the word, and this will be the affix. So when I pronounce this word, I'm going to say ruler, ruler. So you see how I divide it between the root, the original word, and the affix that I added. That is all about Rule 39. When you add an affix to the word, you're going to divide between them. You're going to divide between the root, or we can say the original word, and between the affix, er. And you're going to pronounce it like this, ruler. Cover. Again, O is short. The vowel O is short, so you're going to put a hat above it. And you have the phonogram ER, okay? And it only has one sound. Here you have Rule 40 for this time. When a single consonant comes between two vowels, again, single consonant that comes between two vowels, like this one, okay? So V, it will become between two vowels. You see, this is a single consonant that comes between two vowels. The consonant V is coming between the vowels O and E. So what are you going to do here is that when you pronounce it, you're going to divide the word in half. Cover, cover. Why did I do that? Because I have a single consonant between two vowels, obviously. And that is all about Rule 40. Age, ages. Here we have silent final E. Job number 1, let the vowel say its name. The vowel is becoming long. And that will be Rule 20, okay? Ages. Here, the vowel is long. The vowel A is long, okay? So it's saying its name. And here, this E is silent, but it's not final. It's not at the end, so it's not going to be silent final E. It's only going to be silent without being final. And here we have plural, ages, okay? Here we have S. Why did I put 2 over S? Because it pronounces Z. Whenever you have S at the end for plural and it pronounces Z, you have to put 2 above it. And that will be Rule 29. Whenever you have a plural word with S, okay? When you want to make a word that is plural, but by adding S, okay? A plural word by adding S. It will be Rule 29. And we have Rule 41. When a single consonant, again, comes between two vowels. You see here? This is a single consonant that comes between two vowels, and you're going to divide the word. Said, says, say. You're going to put it the same way that I did. You see here? When you write it down, okay? Here we have the phonogram AI. And this phonogram right here, it only has one sound again, which is A, like for example, said. And it's going to be A, okay? It will pronounce long A, like fail. Now here we have says, say, says, say. You have the phonogram AY, but it's not going to be pronounced, okay? The phonogram AY, it's not going to be pronounced because it is silent in this word. And it only has one sound. You're going to say says, says, okay? You're barely even hearing that phonogram, the sound of that phonogram, okay? So you're going to double underline it because it's silent. Whenever you have a silent letter, you're going to double underline it. Or we can say a silent sound. The S here is pronounced Z, so you're going to put 2 above it. Say, you have AY again, but this time it will be pronounced. You will say say, A. But here you'll say says, says. You're not pronouncing it says, okay? That's wrong. So here, the phonogram AY, it is not pronounced. It is silent and says. But in the word say, it will be pronounced, and you're going to hear the sound. And it only has one sound, which is A, long A. So you're only going to underline it. And it will be a Rule 17. Rule 17 says, base words do not end with the letter A saying A, okay? So you're never going to have a word that ends with A only. You have to put Y at the end in order to pronounce A, okay? English words do not end with A saying A. You have to put the letter Y at the end so it can pronounce long A. Tire. Silent final E, job number 1, let the vowel say its name. I. The vowel I is saying its name and it will be Rule 20. Here we have wire, fire. There are both silent final E, job number 1. Let the vowel say its name. The vowel I is saying its name and it's becoming long. So it will be Rule 20. Fox, foxes. Fox, foxes. Here the S is pronounced Z, so we gotta put 2 above it. And it will be Rule 30. Rule 30 says that whenever we have a plural word or a plural noun that ends with ES. Remember, you gotta differentiate between Rule 29 and Rule 30. Rule 29 says when you have a plural noun that ends with S, when you have S at the end. But Rule 30 says when you have a plural noun that ends with ES, okay? When you have ES at the end. You have to differentiate between them, okay? You gotta know the difference. S and ES. Now we have fine and finer. Fine is silent final E again, job number 1, let the vowel say its name. The vowel I is becoming long. Finer. I here is also long, okay, the vowel is long. And we have the phonogram ER and it only has one sound, which is So you gotta underline it, okay? And whenever the vowel is long, you gotta underline that too. Made. Made, okay? So here, the vowel is saying its name. Silent final E, job number 1, let the vowel say its name, okay? So, and it's gonna be Rule 20. Here we have read, read, read. Read, read, read. Now, we have the phonogram EA. EA has 3 sounds, okay? How many sounds? 3 sounds. And they are E, A, E, A. Here, it's gonna be sound number 1 because it pronounces E, read. So you're only gonna underline it. Here, it will be number 2, red, You see, red. So I'm going to underline it and I will put 2 above it. The third sound is A, okay? That is the third sound. Eat, het, break. Eat, het, break. E, A. Those are the 3 sounds of the phonogram EA. That's how you got to differentiate. And here we have red. No marking for that. Now we have cannot, can't. Here, the N is silent. The first N, not the second, okay? Cannot. When we pronounce it, we can only hear one sound of N, okay? Like it's only one N and not 2. So the first N will be silent, but the second one will be pronounced. Here we have a rule number 9. Rule number 9 says double consonant within words of more than 1 syllable should be both sounded for spelling. So whenever we have double consonants like this one, you see here, this is double consonant. Now, Rule 37 says a compound word is divided between the words that make the compound word. So here we have a compound word, can, not. Can, it has a meaning. It's a full word. Not is also a full word. So when I put two words together, two full words together, I'm going to make a new word. And that word will be called a compound word. This is all about Rule 37. When you have two words together and they will make a compound word. For example, like I'm going to say sunset, airplane, and even like cannot. You see? And I'm going to divide between them. Cannot. Cannot. You see? Am I pronouncing the N? No. I'm saying cannot. So I'm only pronouncing this N with not. So when I have two words together and it will make a compound word, I gotta divide between the two, like sunset, airplane. Rule 46 says, apostrophe takes the place of a missing letter in a contraction. So what do we have here? This is called contraction. This is supposed to be cannot, but I made it short. How did I make it short? By putting apostrophe. You see the apostrophe right here? So when I put apostrophe to make a contraction, to make a word shorter, that will be Rule 46. Again, if I put an apostrophe to make the word shorter or to make a contraction, I will call it Rule 46. Here I have most. Most here is Rule 14, and you're going to underline the vowel O because it is long. Vowel I and Y, vowels I and O may say I and O when followed by two consonants. So whenever you have the vowel I or O and they are followed by two consonants just like this one, you will call it Rule 14 because that will make the vowel long. O and I. When you see the vowels O and I and you have two consonants after it, the vowel will become long, and that will be Rule 14. Here we have roast, and you only have OA, the phonogram OA. So how many sounds for OA? Only one, which is O, like roast. Okay? So roast mean like grilled, okay? Grilled. So this is all for today's lesson. At the end, all I want to say is thank you so much for listening. I hope you understood everything very clearly. Wish you the best of luck, and I'm hoping to see you soon. Bye-bye.